Hey guys, this is just a little bit of a disclaimer before we start this inbox. Last week's inbox was released this Monday. That's why you will see two inboxes in the span of 5 days. Although the last one was completed last week, I just never got the chance to upload it till Monday. So please understand that and enjoy this video, which I am doing as a dual commentary with Lupus Immortalis, a fellow YouTuber. And leave comments for next week, like the video, do whatever, check out his channel. Thanks guys. Hey guys, it's Bahlockaye, and today we are answering your questions from last week's inbox. Who are we? Well, I'm Bahlockaye, and my friend here is...
Lupus Immortalis.
Yes. So we're going to be answering your questions as a sort of partnership today, you know? I mean, you guys were expecting just me to answer your questions. You never expected this. So we're going to answer some of your questions. And if you want to ask a question next week, I mean, Lupus probably isn't going to be here to answer it, but you'd be asking me. So if you want to ask another question, leave it in the comments below. And let's get started. So the first question, I didn't put these in any particular order, Lupus, so I hope you don't mind.
It's fine.
The first question is from Outraged Hobo. He says, what are some topics you think you should talk about and what I should talk about? I think he's just kind of asking, what do you think are some good commentary topics in general?
Well, I think a good commentary topic would probably be something along the lines of what will happen with Xbox One and PlayStation 4 and who will end up reigning supreme this year, as well as possibly what first-person shooter will probably dominate on the next generation console. Those are two very good commentating topics.
Yeah, those are very good ones. I would maybe go with, like, say you have a favorite game, maybe talk about some news with that favorite game, or talk about what you like to do with that favorite game, or if you've already done that, I mean, find a new game, talk about that game, basically stuff like that. Just try to keep it fresh.
And also, if you're really good at video games, you could, do some tips and tricks commentaries, but if you suck at video games like I do, you probably shouldn't do that, so that's only for the good.
Alright, thank you Outrage Hobo for the question. The next question is from King Intensity, the guy who did the last dual commentary with me. He says, what inspired you to start YouTube? We'll start with you.
Well, I started YouTube a long time ago, whenever I was probably around 10 or 11, and I did Legos, and it was a very interesting thing at the time. I thought it was cool, and through the process of doing Legos, I ended up learning how to use YouTube and learning all the basics. Then I stopped using YouTube for a couple years, decided, hey, I'm going to pick back up my channel and turn it into a gaming channel. And it was just always something that interested me. I want to be a game developer when I grow up, so it kind of fits that I would be a commentator up until the time that I can actually become a video game designer. So, what about yourself?
Well, actually, I'm going to surprise everybody. I'm going to drop a bombshell, a bomb on you guys, if you will. I don't know if you guys know, but I'm in college. I was a first-year freshman last year, and now I'm going to my sophomore year. I am currently going to school for game design and development. Oh. So, yeah. Oh, snap. Not that I...
Fist bump.
Yeah, fist bump through the TV, yeah. But not that I've made any games or anything that's really particularly exciting, but I'm going to school. Hopefully I can be a part of the industry. But I started YouTube for a completely different reason. It was basically just because I've seen people on YouTube have like a good following, and I always wanted to enjoy that sorry. I always wanted to enjoy that following that some of those people had. I really liked how the idea of having a community and being able to talk to this community about games and like Jesus. And just being able to enjoy video games with a community that's much larger than you would normally be enjoying it with.
I also like the feedback that you get whenever you have a YouTube channel. People complimenting you, saying, hey, you're really good at commentating. Hey, that's a really good gameplay. The whole feedback that you get from your subscribers is also a big reason why I like doing YouTube.
Yep, that's definitely why I do it, at least as of now.
Yeah.
So thank you for the question, King Intensity. It was a good one. The next question is from the Official Zamix. He asks, what game are you most looking forward to? And this is kind of a silly question, don't you think?
Yes. I think we both can say that Battlefield 4 would probably be a game that we were both looking forward to.
Yeah, but actually, I'm gonna go with. I mean, Battlefield 4 is obviously my first choice because that's like.
I mean, I have a lot, but.
Yeah, definitely second place after that would be Battlefront. because that's basically Star Wars Battlefield. Basically should be what it's called. So that's gonna be fun, I'm sure.
And then also, I think Titanfall looks interesting as well, but you never know until we actually get more information on that.
Nope, and you don't.
No.
Yeah, it does. It does, and the developers behind it are the developers behind it definitely know what they're doing, and there's not a question about that. All right, thank you for the question, Official Zamix. The next question is from Snickers HD. He asks, "What would you do for $1 million, or what would you not do for $1 million?" And so, you want to start, or I can start, whatever.
Well, I'll answer what I would not do, and you can answer what you would do. All right, how about that? I would
that's good.
definitely, if out of anything, if I could choose one thing that I would definitely not do, I would definitely not do anything gay. Throw that off the table. That is
So no sucking dick.
That is not happening. I've watched the Hot Tub Time Machine, and where he had to suck that black dude's dick, that was awful. I would never. No, it's just nightmares.
That happened in Hot Tub Time Machine?
Yeah, like it almost did. He ended up passing out right before it happened. Well, it's pretty great.
Another sort of thing like that is on Workaholics. They basically whittled it down to this guy that they were like, how much would we have to pay you to suck a guy's dick? And he's like, oh, like $1 million. Like, no, but really. He's like, oh, 50,000. Like, no, but really. They actually got him down to like a couple thousand. And basically he's a prostitute, you know what I mean? So.
Expensive one.
What I would do for $1 million, Jesus. This is a hard one. I would sit on my hands for a month. I don't fucking know. I just came up with that off the top of my head. I would sit on my hands for a month. Give me $1 million, I'll do it. Alright.
Games for you.
Yeah, no video games for me. Thank you for the question, Snickers. This is a good one. Next question is from YK-ing or YKing Gaming, and he asks, what do you think of Vikings?
I think the #1 Viking has to be Robaz. That's like the most amazing Viking ever, don't you think?
We're not going with Leif Erikson, the guy who found America?
Forget that. Newfoundland sucks penis.
Alright, well. Alright, thanks for the question, Viking Gaming. Gravity Star with the next question asks, what would be your superpower if you could choose any one? This is a good question.
You should answer this one first.
Alright, my superpower would be money. Because the best superheroes are superheroes because of their money. Example A, or Exhibit A, Batman, and Exhibit 2, Iron Man. I mean, who doesn't want to fucking be Iron Man? Okay, case closed. Your turn.
You brought up Iron Man, and I'd have to say that if anything, mine would be like to be like Tony Stark, where you were rich and then you had the ability to like make technological things that, you know, like the Iron Man suit, for instance, and stuff like that. That would be pretty freaking sweet.
Yeah, brain power.
Yeah, pretty much like limitless.
Yeah. So that was actually another good question. These are a lot of good questions this week. That's part of the reason why I wanted to have you on. The next question is from Undammed Tapout. He asks, what are your favorite types of games? This is a multi-part question. Shooters, action adventures, role-playing, MMO. And do you like third-person games or first-person games better?
I like first-person games myself. But like my #1 game type that I like, my genre that I love the most is first-person shooters, but my close second has to be free realm role-playing games such as Watch Dogs or Assassin's Creed or Skyrim, stuff like that, Grand Theft Auto, where you can basically do whatever the hell you want, however the hell you want, and, you know, just walk around in a giant, massive world. I think that's pretty awesome.
Yeah. For me, it's actually a pretty similar answer. For multiplayer, I like... It doesn't really matter if it's first or third person, but I like competitive shooters overall. Like, Ghost Recon is a blast. And so is Battlefield. So those are two completely different games, but they're both really fun because they're in that competitive arena. What is my favorite type of game in terms of single player would probably be like a third-person action adventure like Uncharted or Tomb Raider. Those are actually a lot of fun. They're really short, and the moments are really fleeting, but they're really fun for that 10 hours you get to play them. All right, good question. Next question is from the Mighty TubeSock. This is our last question. He asks... Oh, well, this is kind of a question for me, so you can't answer it, but he says, are you jelly? I have more wires than you, bro. And, yes, as you know, for my setup video, I have a lot of wires, and I thought, you know, mine would go straight to wire Pornhub, and people would be jerking to my wires, but...
See mine.
Jesus, okay, so Lupus here is going to take you up on your challenge, Mighty TubeSock, and he's going to say he has more wires than you.
Oh.
How many wires would you, on a scale of 1 to tangled, how many wires do you have?
Super tangled.
All right,
It's to the point where if I tried to untangle them, I would be old by the time I finish.
All right, so there you have it. We all have tangled wires, and I mean, some people are into that. Me personally, me personally, not really. But all right, thank you for being on the show, Lupus. Thank you for helping me answer some questions.
Thank you for having me.
And you're welcome for having you. And I hope you guys like this video. And if you like this video, please leave a like. That'd be greatly appreciated. And if you have not subscribed already, please subscribe to my channel. And if you have not subscribed to Lupus's channel, you can go check that out.
Subscribe
to that as well. Jesus, I can't talk today. All right. See you guys later.
Adios.